Parker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Taproom Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks Flats. Joined, as always, with my guys, Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson.
Sir.
Swerve and Irvin Washington.
Yo.
What's up, fellas? How we doing tonight? Ben was going to rock the Overgame sweatshirt.
I'm a little too fat for that. Whoa. It would have been a good night for that. I would have made a shit ton of money, but
Yeah,
should have bet the over game.
A lot of overs tonight in baseball. So if you played a lot of overs, man, you probably cashed a lot of tickets.
Yep.
How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. 2 more podcasts before I'm in the new house, the new studio, the new office. I have a new background other than this lovely clock. Yeah. Shit, man, even my fucking bar card is gone.
It's better than the eyelashes.
That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Irv's got some laser beams going. He's fucking John Morant over here.
Oh, shit.
No, that gun didn't have a laser beam on it. That was a fucking pea shooter in there. But he claims the one in the car was a lighter. It wasn't a gun.
Yeah, bullshit. It was a fucking red dot sight. Yeah.
John Morant. Anyways, we're here to talk baseball, Major League Baseball. Got some games on deck for tomorrow. Full slate. We're going to be handicapping 4 of them, previewing them, going through them, getting some best bets like we always like to do every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning if you're listening to the podcast. Also, make sure to tune in tomorrow night, 8:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing our Mountain West preview show with AK, so you're definitely going to want to tap into that. We are being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. If you're in the chat, let us know. Give us a high five. Ask us any questions. Say some dumb shit. We don't care. We'll talk about it. That being said, we're coming up.
What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I'm sipping on a WeldWorks brewing company. So WeldWorks, obviously out of San Diego, California, or somewhere down there. Mission. I don't know if it's Mission Viejo or
No, they're San Diego. Yep.
Yeah, they are San Diego. This is a watermelon cotton candy sour ale.
Ooh, is it lactose?
It is not.
Ooh, okay. I gotta look for that one.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen it, so I picked it up. Actually, this one's brewed in Colorado, Ben.
WeldWorks?
Yeah.
I thought WeldWorks was Southern California, but I guess not.
I thought they were too. They might have a brewery. I mean, they might have 2. This one says it's brewed in Greeley, Colorado.
Oh.
Wherever the fuck that is.
Yep.
But what are you sipping on?
So I'm going with the beer that I kind of talked about last podcast. I didn't drink it because I kind of wanted to specialize it a little bit more. So this is from Around the Horn Brewing. Perfect for a baseball podcast. This is I Saw the Danger Noodle. We're talking a snake with a motherfucking knife. So 6.5%. So it's a West Coast IPA. I had this one at the brewery when I was up in
Huge earthquake.
You got earthquake?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. So this is in Groveland, California, up by Yosemite.
Nice. Bro, this I just took a sip of this. This fucking tastes like fucking cotton candy.
Hell yeah.
That's a trip. All right. So before we get into the games, I kind of wanted to circle back to like the conversation we had on Sunday night about the trade deadline going forward because, one of the main things we talked about was Shohei Ohtani and kind of we all agreed that the Angels would probably be reluctant to trade Shohei. And since Sunday, they've won 2 in a row, came back and won Monday night against the Yankees, and they won 5-1 today. So now, the Angels are sitting here. How many games are they out of the wild card as of this moment? 6?
No, 7, I believe, because we had some other movement.
They are 4.5 back of the last wild card. So, and they'll actually be tied with Seattle after Seattle loses this game. So they'll both be tied 4 back.
Oh, so sorry, 9.5 back from
the division,
the West, though. Yeah.
And they got the Yankees and Red Sox ahead of them. So, like, if they were to take the game from the Yankees tomorrow, they're only 3.5 back, and they're tied with the Yankees. So, we said that the Angels would probably be reluctant to trade Shohei. Now it's like, in my opinion, and I think you guys would probably both agree, that there's like, I would put the odds of Shohei getting traded at like minus, I would say no, minus like 2,000, dude. There's no way they're going to trade Shohei because they're going to talk themselves into being able to contend. And I think they're going to be buyers at the deadline.
Oh, God, what a fucking joke. I'm trying to pull up their schedule for the next 2 weeks to see where they're actually going to be. But thank you, San Mateo, California. You're in our net Sox.
They got the Pirates next. So they got 3 against the Pirates starting on Friday. So they have a day off after tomorrow. And then they go 3 against the Tigers. So, I mean, they got two winnable series right there. Then they got 3 against the Blue Jays at Toronto. That's going to be tough.
They're going to get swept, yeah.
Then they got 3 against at Atlanta. Another tough series. Then they got 4 at home against the Mariners, which could be a very big series as both of those teams are battling for a wild card, basically in the same position right now. And then they got 3 at home against the Giants on August 8th.
When's trade deadline?
So the trade deadline is Tuesday, August 1st. So that's when they play the Braves. That's their second game against the Braves. So before the trade deadline, they got 3 against the Pirates, 3 against the Tigers, 3 against the Blue Jays, and then 1 against the Braves, and then the trade deadline, and then they play 2 more against the Braves.
They've got 11 games left. They're going to win both the Pittsburgh and the Detroit series too. Detroit's been playing pretty well right now. So let's say 3-3 in that, then they're going to get swept by Toronto.
No, I don't think they'll get
and they're
swept.
Going to lose. They're going to get swept by Toronto.
Nah. Sweeping.
They're going to sit Ohtani.
Why would they sit Ohtani?
I don't know.
I mean, he's probably not going to pitch, though, because he has a blister issue. I don't know if it's healed yet.
Well, he's supposed to pitch on Friday.
They have him scheduled?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ohtani versus Oviedo. Rodon's pitching tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, the Yankees should probably become sellers at the deadline.
Yep.
But I mean, if the Angels win 8 of these 11, or even if they win 7 of the 11,
they won't.
They very well could.
They won't.
The Pirates aren't good. The Pirates are slumping. The Tigers are slumping.
The Tigers are playing really well right now.
Tigers lost to the fucking Royals and Jordan Lyles yesterday.
They got worked by it, but didn't they win today?
I mean, I would hope so. But the thing is, the Angels they're a good team, dude. It's just their bullpen is fucking atrocious, and their starting rotation outside of Ohtani is a fucking question mark. And they can't hit with runners in scoring position. But they have been this series.
I mean, they're going to win. They'll probably win both series coming up, which is going to give them false hope, and then they're going to fail throughout the remainder of the year and not even make the playoff.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's the thing is, like,
But that means they keep Otani.
Yeah,
So.
there's no. I think at this point they're too close to the wild card that it's like there's no way they're gonna trade Otani, dude.
And they're gonna get nothing when he walks away.
Yep. If he
And
walks.
that's a risk. And that's a risk their owner is willing to take. Whoop-de-doo.
Yep. Which
Yep.
is why their owner won't. Well, which is why their GM will be gone.
I want to flip over to the. Well, I think the GM Ben knows. I think he wants to trade Otani. I think the owner is kind of pushing back. Let's flip over to the.
Yeah, but
Go
even
ahead,
if they don't make the playoffs, then he's gonna be gone.
Oh yeah.
And they're not going to make the playoffs. And Otani walks. It doesn't matter if the owner wants to keep Otani. It doesn't matter if the owner wants to keep Otani and the GM says no, let's trade him. The the owner's gonna be like, no, you haven't made the playoffs and you let Otani walk. We're done.
Yeah, I think that's more on Art Moreno than it is the GM though.
Oh, absolutely,
I think that's one team.
Absolutely, but the GM's gonna be a scapegoat.
Yeah. Well, Phil Nevin should also be a scapegoat too. All right, let's flip over to the National League real quick. So this is interesting, and I was looking at this earlier this morning. So Miami lost today. They drop out of the wild card now. They're a half game back of the last wild card. Philadelphia is now in that position, 52 and 42. Diamondbacks and Giants both in the wild card position right now. So we got Miami, Cincinnati. So Miami is half game back. Cincy 3 games back. Padres 7.5 back. But listen to this, dude. Miami.
Cincy drops another half game, right? Because they lost tonight.
This is updated.
Okay.
This is updated. So because this is straight from MajorLeagueBaseball.com.
Okay.
So you look at the run differential, dude, and this is incredible stuff. San Diego Padres plus 44 run differential, which is better than the Giants, the Diamondbacks, the Phillies, the Marlins, the Reds, the Cubs. I mean, dude, they have a better run differential than Milwaukee. This is a team that's 0-9 in extra inning games. And they don't win close games.
Yeah, but that's the problem is they don't win close games, and that's going to be a major problem in the playoffs.
But this is the thing is that
they're not going to make the playoffs.
That tends to regress to the mean, right? Same thing is like
we said that last year, and it didn't regress to the means.
Padres won 2 playoff series last year, Ben.
Remember last year?
Yeah, but they barely squeaked in the playoffs.
When they won 2
Toronto was remember when Toronto was incredibly high on those close games and
then they regressed to the mean.
And then no, they didn't regress to the means until they lost in the playoffs.
But that's the thing is like you're gonna regress it.
They were still like +9 in their record.
So
going into the playoffs.
So this is the thing. This is what I relate to. Miami Marlins have the best record in 1-run games, right? They're now 3-7 in their last 10. They have a -15 run differential, right? So those 1-run games they were winning earlier in the year, they're now losing. You know, you're not going to go 20-3 in 1-run games. You know, you're going to go closer to 500 in 1-run games than you are, 800 win percentage, right? So I think for San Diego, it could be the opposite. Like those 1-run games could start to turn their way eventually. Like 0-9 in extra inning games, dude. That's like impossible.
Well, it's because once they get past Hader, they don't have anyone to fall out.
Yeah, but I mean, like you can upgrade your bullpen. Bullpen's the easiest.
They have to. They have to upgrade their bullpen. They have to upgrade their starters. That's the problem. Is they have a lot of holes that
they have a top 3 ERA for their starters. Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove, Darvish has been good.
But there's so much. You need to add another for the playoffs, and you have to add 2 or 3 relievers for them to even make the playoffs.
They definitely
because
need
they're 7.5 games back from the wild card.
Yeah, but I mean, you got Miami and Cincy that are. I'm sorry, I think Cincy.
Okay, but then you've got Philly, Arizona, and San Francisco.
True, that's a tough thing. Like, I don't think Philly's going away. I think that team is like their bullpen. They have the best ERA or top 3 bullpen ERA in the last 2 months.
I know Cincy's on a slump, but I don't think they're. I mean, I think San Diego is better than them, but I don't know if they're 4.5 games better than them.
I think so. I think
within the remainder of the season, because we're at 96 games.
Yeah, I think Cincy's gonna tail off though. They remind me a lot of the Orioles last year, where the Orioles were like right there for a wild card, and then the end of the year came, and like they just had too many young guys, and they just kind of
Well, they had a hell of a schedule at the end of the year.
They do, but I mean, like, you got to remember, dude. Cincy, their 3 best players are rookies, dude.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Baltimore last year at the end of the year had a hell of a schedule because they played New York. They played
in the toughest division.
Yeah, and they had their end of the season was all division games.
Yeah, but my point though is like Cincy's 3 best players, Ben, are rookies, dude, and they're not gonna like rookies don't just like play hella well all year.
If you get those pitchers back, which they could possibly with
Lodolo's not coming back till the end of August. Hunter Green, middle of August.
Hunter Green's early August, but
early to middle, we'll see.
If they add another pitcher there.
Dude. Yeah, but they're not going to go. They're not going to go out and trade their farm system for guys. Like, they're a year ahead of schedule. It's the same thing for the Orioles, dude. The Orioles didn't buy at the deadline last year. They very well could have and made a playoff push. But Mike Elias is like, dude, we're not in prime contention. We're not going to contend for a World Series this year anyway. So I'm going to sell pieces, and then we're going to come back stronger next year. And that's what they did. And I think that's what Cincy should do. So I kind of see Cincy tailing off. I kind of see, honestly, Miami's offense is, I mean, they're just dog shit, dude. Like, that offense sucks, bro. That offense sucks, and that bullpen fucking sucks.
So, but do you push for the Central because you're closer to Milwaukee than you are getting a wild card position?
True, but I don't think I think Cincy's going to be one of those teams where they're not going to buy. It's going to be like, if we contend, we contend. If we don't, we don't. That was kind of what the Orioles approached last year at the deadline.
And do my Dodgers get to sweep tomorrow? I think so.
Are my Giants going to sweep tomorrow? I think so.
Well, it's the Reds, so.
But Miami's, I think they're going to be buyers at the deadline because, they got guys like Luis Ariz and Jorge Soler. So, they're not going to, I think they kind of got to be buyers. Yeah. The problem with the Marlins, dude, is like they don't want to pitch Yuri Perez that many innings, and I don't know. They got a lot of issues because the offense fucking sucks. But
yeah, how about the Guardians? They've been fucking world beaters at the plate the last 2 games,
except for fucking
Jose
Ramirez needs to get 10 runs today. He didn't get a single fucking RBI.
Didn't get a single RBI. That shit is crazy.
He went 2 for 2.
He has 2 RBIs in the month of July, dude.
Sorry, he went 2 for 3. Oh my god, it hurts.
Yeah, he cannot get.
It hurts.
He can't get any fucking RBIs, man. It stings.
He has to have another like 4 or 5 RBI game. That's the only way we're in this.
Dude, he needs to have a few of those, Ben.
2 for 3 today, though. Like, I mean, that's good for him.
That's every game, though. He gets on base 2 or 3 times, but like, he doesn't get any RBIs because the guys in front of him don't get on base, and then he gets on base, and then Josh Naylor hits him.
Yeah, he had 2 runs today.
Josh Naylor hits him in, dude, every fucking time.
Is it 54? Let's see, how many games have they played? Guardians are 47 and 48, so 95 out of 162. Where are we at? 58.6. 54 divided by 0.586. Oh, we're at 92.
Gotta love it, fellas.
We're at 92. He has to step it up. We're 6 behind, 5.5 behind.
He's got to get it to fucking together, man. I saw someone on Twitter today say Jose Ramirez is inventing new ways of not getting RBIs.
Damn.
Jesus. I mean, fucking our Otani bet, our Bard bet, out of this world. Easiest bets available.
Oh yeah.
DeGrom would have been the easiest fucking bet available. And now we're sitting on 5. So we have to get all 5.
Yep.
I think if we get 4 out of 5, it's only like 1.8% compared to times 10.
Hey, that Otani bet though, that was free money.
Oh, easy. Yep.
And I'm honestly, we were like talking about it. We're like, man, that's a lot of home runs. Dude hit it before August.
Yeah.
You
basically hit it before fucking July.
Yeah, he almost got it at the All-Star break. We thought he would have a chance. All right, let's talk some games for tomorrow, though. Let's talk about our first one. We got the Orioles and the Dodgers. Currently, the Dodgers are anywhere from $1.50 to $1.64 favorite, depending on where you get it. Baltimore anywhere between $1.25 and $1.38 dog. So you definitely want to shop around at some lines. We got Julio Urias on the mound. He's 4.35 ERA, 7-5 on the year, 1.11 WHIP. He'll be opposing Mean Dean Kramer, who's got a 4.59 ERA, 10-4 on the year with a 1.33 WHIP. Irv, we'll let you start this since you're the resident Dodgers fan.
I'm a
loser.
Yeah, but no, we looking good. If the bullpen can keep pitching the way they pitching, and we get some, if we get Blake Trinan back, I think Daniel Hudson might be out for the year, which sucks because he looked pretty damn good when he came back for his light duty. But I feel good. If we could get us another starter, because Noah Syndergaard needs to be DFA. We don't need to bring his ass back.
He's coming back though. I heard he made a rehab start. He's
Well, keep his ass in AAA. That's where he belongs. Wherever, single A, double A, whatever. Just don't bring him back to the majors.
He's coming back, bro.
Shit, even Michael Groves looked decent tonight, so I can't complain. Now Julio Urias, shout out. I can't say this on live because my boy Jose, he has a name for him every time he fucks up on the mound, but I can't say it. Hopefully Urias can pitch a good game tomorrow. He did pretty good his last start. Then he went like 6 or 7 innings on the game.
Yeah, against the Mets.
The Mets have a decent lineup. They scored fucking 12 runs tonight, 13 runs tonight.
Yeah, but the Mets are trash. Come on.
Nah, they can hit though. They are good hitters.
They haven't been able to hit all year till like
who did the Mets play tonight?
The White Sox.
Yeah, trash.
The White Sox been good lately though.
No, the White Sox are trash. Let's be real.
They can hit. And the pitching Giolito been pitching pretty damn well. He got lit up tonight though, but
yeah, the White Sox are kind of trash. So
I like the spot my Dodgers are in. I think we're doing good. We just can't get too hot and then just go south when it's playoff time like last year. So just keep it even kill. LA Doyers. But I think we get the win tomorrow. A sweep on the road of the Orioles will be pretty big. Seeing how our first series, since our first series after All-Star break, we looked okay, but we didn't look this good.
Y'all answer it tomorrow.
You're a Giants fan.
I'm a baseball fan, and the numbers tell me that you're not winning.
You're a Giants fan first.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm also a baseball fan, and I also look at things analytically. And from what I see with Urias pitching, he pitches well against shit teams, minus Kansas City. But when he goes up against
that was his first
quality, when he goes up against 2 weeks, when he goes up against quality teams, he struggles. And Baltimore is a quality team. They're on the ropes. They don't want to get swept. I think we're looking at a loss here tomorrow. So I'm putting my money on Baltimore here. I'm looking Baltimore first 5 minus a half a run, especially with Kramer on the hill. And
Kramer gets shelled by good hitting lineups as well. So Don't be too sure.
When was the last time Kramer got shelled by a good hitting lineup?
When he pitched,
Minnesota. Okay, Minnesota. But other than that,
I was gonna say Kramer gets shelled by shitty teams. He actually pitches good against good teams.
yeah.
Like if you look at the good lineups that he's faced, he actually does pretty well. He does better than like Toronto. He only gave up 1 run. Tampa Bay, he went 6 and gave up nothing. Atlanta went 6 and gave up 1.
Yankees went 7, gave up 1.
But when he pitches against shitty teams, dude, he get like the Brewers, he gets shelled. The Twins, he gets shelled. Like he gets shelled against shitty teams, dude. It's the weirdest shit.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago. That was one of his first starts. He got shelled by the fucking what's the names.
Yeah, his first start was bad, but remember
by Boston.
Remember we talked about the first start. That first start, it was like the climate issues like led to fucking long bombs, dude. Like that score of that first game was like 11-10. And the Orioles lost that game because Ryan McKenna dropped a fucking routine pop fly. And now he's down in the minor leagues. I wonder why. This is my thing, dude. Is Dean Kramer actually surprisingly statistically has one of the best fastballs in all of baseball. He gets a lot of swings and misses on it. He has a 7 weighted runs against average on the fastball. But the Dodgers are a good fastball hitting team. They also hit righties pretty well, very well. They hit righties better than they hit lefties. Dean Kramer gets into he works himself into a lot of trouble because sometimes he can't command his secondary stuff. And so he gets behind in counts and teams just sit on the fastball and then they fucking light him up. That could definitely be what happens tomorrow. It wouldn't shock me because the Dodgers
make pitchers work for everything. So remember that.
They do.
So do we go first 5 over?
I mean, I was going to say the over in general might be a pretty solid bet. The Orioles bullpen is fucking like their middle relief is absolutely taxed.
Okay.
They got they basically the only 2 guys they haven't used this whole series is their 2 best relievers. So I mean, there could be a world where even they're getting blown out and they have to use Cano and Batista, which would be devastating, but they might have to do it because Bauman pitched 2 days in a row. I don't know if Brian Baker threw today, but you know, Tyler Wells only went like 2 innings, so they had to use a lot of relievers. The Dodgers, on the other hand, they used a lot of relievers in the Mets series, which is why I thought Orioles on Monday was a hella good play because the Dodgers, their 2 best relievers were unavailable, and it didn't even matter because the Orioles couldn't hit nobody. So Evan Phillips is going to be available tomorrow. Gratterall is going to be available. They do have a lot of guys like Caleb Ferguson, Vesia. A lot of those guys probably won't be available, so we'll see. I think the Dodgers have a day off on Thursday, though, so they might be more inclined to use guys than not having a day off. But the Orioles in general, they hit lefties relatively well throughout the whole season. However, they haven't hit lefties good at home in 2 months.
They do have Thursday off.
The Orioles do have a 111 WRC plus against lefties, 164 ISO. So they do hit lefties better. And they got Mountcastle back, who does rake lefties. That's what he does well, is he hits lefties. And they haven't been hitting lefties well the last month, and Ryan Mountcastle hasn't been playing, so that's something to look for. The Orioles are still the only team in baseball that hasn't been swept all year. And they're also one of the best teams as dogs this year. Now, when they're a favorite,
they're always one of the best teams as dogs. So,
well, this year for sure.
Well, last year too. The year before too.
Last year they were. Yeah, last year was different. They were really good last year.
29 and 12 as dogs this year. Yeah.
So I mean, with that being said, I mean, I lean the Orioles here. I don't know if I'll get to the window with it just because, like,
I think the over 9 is the best bet here.
I do like the over as well. No, I said on Monday, dude. I was like, if the Orioles lose this game, they're probably gonna get swept. It could be the first series they get swept because that was such a absolutely winnable game. Like a game that like you go into that game and you're like, we're gonna win this game because the cards are stacked against the Dodgers in this game. And you go up 4-1 and you give up 5 runs in an inning, and you probably shouldn't have given up the grand slam because the umpire missed a strike 3 call, which leads to a grand slam, and that's just like infuriating.
So is ABS coming to the major league sooner than later?
What, the strike zone?
Automatic balls and strikes. Is that coming to the league sooner than later?
No, I think we'll see a challengeable call before we get the automatic strike zone.
It needs to be like tennis though, where it's like that.
Well, because one of the minors is pretty damn fast.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see it being called from New York, like straight to the umpire's like ear, and that's gonna be what we see.
I mean, I could dig it. I've been opposed for the automatic strike zone, but there's been so many games this year where like balls and strikes they've just been so inconsistent, dude.
They're yeah.
And like I don't mind if you call like a wide strike zone, but call it all game, dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're gonna call
For
a high
both
strike
teams,
zone, call it all game for both
all
teams.
9 innings. Yep.
If you're gonna call a low strike zone, call it for both teams. But we're seeing so much inconsistency this year, and that's the problem that I have. Like, if you're gonna call it inconsistent strike zone, we can't have that, dude. Because then hitters and pitchers both like, it's like, okay, you were calling that a strike 2 innings ago, now you're not. Or for a hitter, it's like, hold on, my last at bat that was a ball, and now it's a strike. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't allow them to actually, compete very well. So,
yeah, but where do they put that? Do you put it one per at bat? Do you put it?
No, I mean, I think it should be
1 per inning.
I think it should be like. I think it should be.
It's got to be 1 per at bat, because that's gonna jump up your time that you just lost 26 minutes per game.
Yeah, but I mean, then we're gonna get into issues because, like, regardless of what people want to think, dude, ego exists, right?
Yeah,
and it's like an umpire is like, if a guy's like, it's a 1-1 call, and it's a strike 2 call, and the guy's like, oh, I want to challenge that, and it's a ball, and then it ends up, strike 3 is a borderline call too, and he calls a strike, and the guy can't challenge it.
Is it unlimited until you lose it? Like if it's like if you lose a challenge, you're done.
I don't know, Ben. That's something that they're gonna have to figure out, because you're right. Like, you can't just be challenging every fucking.
Yeah, they're gonna challenge every strike.
Call, but at the same time, it's like a guy could miss 2 in 1 at bat. You know what I mean? And it could cost you a game in the grand scheme of things, right? So
yeah, and then you got those fucking umpires who have the biggest egos in the fucking game, and Angel Hernandez is gonna be pissed off when his fucking strike that's 5 inches outside of the plate is called a ball, and then he's gonna take it out on you because you called him on his strike.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, man. It's
Angel, fuck you. You're a douche.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna have to figure it out, because I this year I have seen a lot of inconsistency in
all over the place.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, Urias has a good fastball, but what he really throws well is a curveball, right? That's his best pitch, and
his slider is pretty good. His sweeper is pretty good too.
On Fangraphs, they have his slider is -0.4, which isn't good. They have his curveball though 6.3.
Well, it's probably not good this year, but traditionally those are his 2 best pitches.
And against the curveball, the Orioles are pretty good. They're not great. They're good. They're good against the fastball, and they're really good against the changeup, which is Urias' worst pitch. So those are things to look at. I don't know. it's hard to bet against the Orioles because they haven't been swept all year, so it's hard to like bet against them in this spot because they know that too, dude. You know, they're very well aware that they have not been swept.
Yep.
And so I think they're going to come out here and give it their all. Plus, you know, the Rays have been sliding, dude. The Rays are only a game up in first place, and the Orioles are sitting here and like they've lost 2 in a row. I think this is a spot to back the Orioles, dude. For some reason, dude, Mean Dean Kramer just wins ball games, dude. Like I said, he pitches well against good teams. I think we're gonna see that again tomorrow. Like I said, I haven't got to the window on it. I don't even know if I will. I'll obviously be watching the game, but maybe an in-play bet. You know, kind of like the over, but I could very well see this being an under game.
Go blue.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Fuck the Orioles. Fuck the city of Baltimore. Fuck clam chowder.
What?
Fuck the Boston Tea Party.
Bro, what?
Dodgers. Sweep. Book it.
But this is what the Dodgers do, man. They get hot in the middle of July, August, and then they cool off end of September in playoffs.
Yeah, but unfortunately, some teams don't even get to see September or October athletics. So, yeah.
You know who is going to see September and October this year? The Orioles.
Yeah, hopefully they can do something. I'll be pulling for them in the American League to make it to the World Series and losing 5 or 6 to the Dodgers.
All right, so we were going to talk Rays and Rangers, but the Rays don't have a starting pitcher. So we don't.
Bullpen game, just bet over. Their bullpen is terrible. Every bullpen game probably goes over.
It's not even on the board, though. We don't have a line or anything, so we're going to skip that one. We're going to move to the Padres and Blue Jays.
Barrios at home. He's been pretty damn good.
Yep.
And they definitely need a bounce back win after what happened today.
There's that yawn.
10-1. Got their asses cream today.
Yeah, I also, the interesting thing to me, Irv, too, is like, the Rays and Orioles both lose 2 in a row, and the Red Sox have the A's and they lose today. The Blue Jays lose today. So, I mean, like, they didn't even gain ground on the division when both the teams ahead of them fucking lose. And then the Yankees lose, too, right? So, everybody in that fucking division lost today.
You can pack the Yankees the fuck up.
I agree.
Yes.
You can.
And if Aaron Judge continue to have these injuries, that contract is going to look pretty bad in the next 3 to 4 years.
Hey,
and he has a no trade clause too, right?
Just remember who said it, because you were like, "Oh, the Dodgers are going to sign Aaron Judge." I was like, "Bro, that's not going to be a good investment because this fool is going to be injured a lot."
Well,
thank God we signed Arson Judge.
The Giants up their offer.
We got Arson. He's fucking kicking ass right now. So
the Giants upped our offer. The Yankees upped that offer, and the Padres went even higher, and he chose the Yankees. So, I'm happy for you to secure the bag, Aaron Judge, but you got to stay healthy, bro. Because this team without you is a AAA team.
Dude, look how much the Giants fucking dodged bullets this offseason with Correa.
Damn, y'all would have had Correa and Aaron Judge over $700 million in contracts.
No, if we got Judge, we wouldn't have went after Correa.
No, y'all would have still got Correa.
No, there's no way.
Remember, y'all like to open up the checkbook. Y'all spend money.
Well, of course we would have opened up the checkbook for one of them, but that's it. That's what. But we saved that, so we're gonna put that 700 to show.
Y'all would have got both of them.
Back to this game, I think it's Barrios' time.
I mean, usually when the Padres have a really good game, they have a really bad game the next one. So
yeah.
No, but they got rid of Aaron Nola, and I think they got rid of somebody else that's been absolutely dog shit too.
Who?
I think Aaron Nola got DFA, and somebody else got sent down to AAA.
Damn, they actually DFA'd Aaron Nola.
Yeah,
I didn't see either of that, so
I mean, it's about time, dude.
It should happen, but I didn't see it either of that. I don't know if that's the case.
I saw it on Twitter. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yep. No, they DFA'd Rufus
Odor.
O'Dare and
Yeah.
they demoted Aaron Nola to El Paso. So his ass ain't coming back.
Damn, they DFA'd Odor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that dude still makes rosters, bro.
Well, he ain't gonna make rosters anymore. Nobody picked him up, so
Well, I mean,
because isn't it if you DFA him, isn't he?
Well, he got a clear
available to be picked
waiver,
up?
so
Yeah,
none of the teams, none of the teams claim him off waivers, and he'll be a free agent.
yeah.
Yeah, and nobody's. That was
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
that was 8 hours ago. So yeah, but I don't think anybody's gonna pick him up. So.
No, he's not gonna get cleared off waivers.
Uh-uh.
That's
But somebody can sign him to what league min and pick him up. Is he even worth a DH spot?
Nah, I mean, the one thing is like, you know, the Orioles players were like very vocal about him last year. Like he was a very good clubhouse leader. But it's like, what is a clubhouse leader good for if you can't even produce on the field, dude? You know what I mean? And he probably like rubbed guys the wrong way in San Diego because he's like, you know, in Baltimore he's like dealing with a lot of young guys. In San Diego he's dealing with a lot of guys that make a lot of fucking money. So they're probably like looking at him like, bro, you hit 120. Like, why are we gonna listen to you, dog? Like,
Yeah,
you suck. You know what I mean? It's just a totally different environment out there in San Diego right now. But I mean, like
Only
today,
thing I remember about that dude is punching fucking Batista.
yeah,
San Diego is horrible against right-handed pitchers too, which is
they haven't been good. I mean, they won today against a righty, but
yikes.
yeah, they haven't been good against righties. They also aren't good off a win. They're one of the worst teams off a win. It's right-handed pitching the last month, though. They do have a 189 ISO, 107 WRC+. plus. So, I mean, they're not awful. I think the biggest problem is, like, against a fastball, they're one of the worst teams, dude. Juan Soto's good, Fernando Tatis, but then everybody else fucking is negative.
And let me guess, Barrios throws a lot of fastballs.
That's his best pitch, 4.6 weighted runs against average on the fastball.
Yeah, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen for the Padres tomorrow.
So you say San Diego does not hit fastballs well? Is that what you said?
Not yet, outside of two
Okay.
guys.
Okay. Yeah. So take Barrios over strikeouts too.
This is a weird line, though, because we're seeing a lot of different odds in the market. Like FanDuel has the Padres as a $1.06 dog, but then DraftKings has the Padres as minus $1.05. FanDuel has Toronto minus $1.24. DraftKings has them minus $1.15. So does BetMGM. I mean, this line is everywhere, dude.
Yes, the average current right now is minus 111 for Toronto, plus 101 San Diego.
Yeah, this line's everywhere. Darvish, 4.65 ERA, 1.26 whip. Jose Barrios, 3.41 ERA, 8-6 on the year, 1.16 whip. Jose Barrios also at home has been very good this year. Irv mentioned it earlier, 2.83 ERA compared to 3.84 on the road. He has a 295 WOBA against 301 out on the road, so much better pretty much everywhere. He's also really good against righties, 210 average against, 266 against lefties. The Padres have a lot of right-handed hitters, man. A lot of right-handed hitters.
Probably also go over. Trends tell me over. So we're looking at over in Toronto's 6 of the last 6 against San Diego, over in 4 of the last 6 at home. Toronto over in the last 6 against. Wait,
Darvish has hella good like expected numbers though. Like his Sierra is a 3.88. His xFIP is 3.75. I might go under here, Ben.
San Diego total has gone over in 5 of their last 5.
Yeah, but they're
over
playing in
5
Citizens
of
Bank.
8 of the
ballpark,
last
dude.
9 games on the road.
Citizens Bank is a fucking
6 of 6 over in the last 6 games against Toronto on the road. This is going over.
I like
Or
the
this
under.
is the one that brings them to the mean.
I like the under here. San Diego, man, every time they score hella runs, the next game they score like 1 or 2. Every fucking
that just
time.
means Toronto's
dude.
gonna fucking rake. I'm not gonna bet the over under here. I get you.
I think the only bet I would take in this game is under 9.
The only bet you take is under 9.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking Toronto. Toronto money line minus 110. Okay. Done. Doncito. I'm also taking Barrios over strikeouts.
Why over strikeouts?
Because his best pitch is the fastball, and San Diego can't hit the fastball.
Yeah, but
He's averaging
22.8 K percentage.
He's averaging about 6 strikeouts per game.
San Diego against right-handed pitching, striking out 22% of the time.
Trying to pull up prize picks, but my fucking internet sucks, so I can't.
I actually really like this under.
I like Barrios over strikeouts, which would contribute to the under. So
I'll put the under in right now. I think 9's too high. This should be like 8, 8.5. What do you think, Irv?
I don't know. It's kind of hard fading Barrios at home, and I know how the Padres are after offensive explosions and pretty good wins. So, like you said, it's either the Blue Jays or the under,
My only thing is like
in
this.
my opinion. And I didn't like the way Darvish looked his last start, but even though I know the Blue Jays can't hit for shit with runners in scoring position, I think they can get enough. They give enough run support for Barrios tomorrow.
Darvish is so streaky too.
Yeah, but his expecting numbers are hella good, dude. Because what's got him into trouble is he has a 314 bat average on balls in play, which is way above league average.
Yeah, but he had a good game against Philly, but other than that, like,
And Philly
starts were
smokes
trash.
righties, dude.
It's like he has his last 4 games were trash, then he had a good game, and then his last 4 games before that were trash, and then he has a good game, and then he has like 2 of 3 were trashed. You're sorry, 2 of 4 were trash before that.
Yeah, but I mean against the Giants, he did give up 4 runs, but his expected fielding independent in that game was a 3.09. So I mean, it was just like a lot of balls finding holes, or you know.
Yeah, but it just seems like that. Against Tampa Bay, he allowed 6. Against New York, he allowed 3. Against Colorado, he allowed 4. Against the Yankees, he allowed 7. Nothing against Chicago, but Chicago's been a struggling team. Washington Washington got a break today, but Washington, he allowed 3 runs.
Washington got
Kansas City
destroyed
allowed
today.
4 runs.
That's
Minnesota,
a quality
2
start though
runs.
against Washington. He went 6 innings, 3 earned. That's a quality start.
With 4 strikeouts, that's not a quality start.
A quality start is considered 6 innings and 3 earned or less.
Yep.
That's a quality start.
I gotta change that.
Nah, because we got people like you that think a starter should go out and throw 2 runs or less every 6 innings. Dude, that's tough. You know, if a starter gives up 3 runs or less, he should be in line for a W, dude.
If you're making as much as as much as Darvish is,
Benjamin, 6 innings, 3
that puts
runs.
you at 6 innings, 2 runs.
3.
6 innings, 3 runs.
The 4.5 ERA.
Puts you at a 4.5 ERA, and you should, if you're making as much as Darvish is, you should be less than a 4.5 ERA.
Only giving up 3 runs is keeping your team in the game.
If you have a 4.5 ERA and you're making as much as Darvish is, I would not be happy with that contract.
If I'm giving up 3 runs every 6 innings, dude, I'm keeping my team in the game. I'm giving my team a chance to win that game. Dude, you can't expect to win games 3-2 every game. You can't expect to win 2-1. You can't.
But he's their number 2.
He's like their number 3. Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove are their 1 and 2.
Yeah, and Musgrove does not have a better ERA than
Musgrove's been hella good this year. Benny shut this team down today.
In one start.
Come on now. What are we doing? That's the thing.
Pulling up his numbers right now.
You said San Diego didn't have a good starting rotation. They got the 3rd best ERA of all starters in Major League Baseball. That's what it goes unnoticed because their offense is so inconsistent and their fucking bullpen blows games all the time. Bro, they should have won 3 out of 4 against the Phillies, dude. Their bullpen blew 2 games.
Darvish is listed as their number 2, and he has a 4.65 ERA.
I don't give a fuck what he's listed at. He's not their number 2. It's if they were to go into a playoff series tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, I would go Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish, and maybe Darvish is their 4th. Maybe they go Michael Wacha if he's healthy, number 3.
Wacha is probably their best pitcher overall.
Nah. Skew because he doesn't have as many starts.
Well, he has 85 innings compared to the 103, but he's only behind ERA by 0.113.
I'm going under 9 Padres Jays. That's probably going to be my best bet.
Jays win this money line. Waka, bitches.
Oh my god. Here this guy goes. While you left for a second, we're skipping Rays Rangers because the Rays don't have a listed starter tomorrow.
Yeah, nobody's starting yet.
It's off the board, so we don't even know who they're.
Okay.
We don't know what's going on with them. All right, let's move on to our last game. We got the Brewers and the Phillies. Phillies won this game today 4-3. Here we go. Currently, Phillies basically $1.90 favorite. We got Ray on the mound against Sanchez. Ray's got a 4.71 ERA, 5-4 on the year, 1.22 WHIP. Sanchez 3.26, 0-3, 0.99 WHIP. He went 5 innings in his last start. He doesn't really have a ton of starts, which is why his numbers are a little skewed. Plus, he was a reliever to start the year as well. What's your guys' thoughts on this one here?
This because I, for some reason, did not pull up my pages for this.
Slipping.
I absolutely am. Will not deny it.
Some quick thoughts here. I think the Brewers are too good to be catching $1.50. I thought that today. Like, I thought a good play would have been to play the Brewers. I didn't do it because I didn't love the starting matchup. However, the Brewers have been one of the best offensive teams in the last month, which is fucking mind-boggling to say, dude. But
they started off the season that way too, though.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, like, Christian Yelich has turned it up. Like, their lineup is pitching a lot better. Now, the only thing is that the Brewers are dog shit against lefties, dude. They're one of the worst teams. 87 WRC plus against left-handed pitching. And then in the last, since June 1st, they are 74 WRC plus, 125 ISO against left-handed pitching on the road. So this is like their Achilles heel, dude, to be honest, is left-handed pitching. Now Sanchez, since he's been starting, you know, he's gone, his last start he went 5 innings, 3 earned against the Padres. Padres are a good left-handed hitting team though, right? Against the Rays, he went 6 innings, 1 earned. Against the Nationals, went 6 innings, 1 earned. Against the Mets, went 5 innings, 3 earned. So I mean, he's been decent, right? Since June. He does have a 3.37 xFIP, so he's basically pitching to his expected numbers. 3.59 Sierra. Colin Ray is not good.
He's not.
And the Phillies rake righties, dude. That's what they hit best. Since June against right-handed hitters at home, Philadelphia 100 WRC plus 158 ISO. Against right-handers in general in that same time frame, 102 WRC plus. I mean, actually, they're like right at league average, which is pretty surprising.
Are we sure that Ray's gonna be pitching? Because I see Wiley on one side.
I have him listed here.
ESPN has Ray listed, but Odd Shark has Wiley.
Let me see what Circa has. Circa has Ray listed.
Okay.
So what do you guys think?
I mean, I think Sanchez is a better pitcher.
But he doesn't have
I mean, obviously, he doesn't have the innings, to push this. He doesn't have a single win to his record. I think he's the better pitcher here, but how are Milwaukee against lefties?
trash. I just told you. 87 WRC plus all year.
Okay, then I think you really have to go with Christopher Sanchez, maybe first five.
I just think a lot of these
game here.
I think a lot of these times, Ben, especially now as we're late into the year and there's more data built up, I feel like that number is already baked in. So like the number already is telling you like, okay, Milwaukee's not good against lefties, right? So I think that's why you're seeing Milwaukee is a $1.60 dog, right? They're a good team, dude.
Yeah.
And they're a $1.60 dog.
Philly's a good team too, though. You can't take that out of it. I mean, offensively, they're a better team than Milwaukee.
They are, but Christopher Sanchez doesn't have a ton of experience.
Yeah, but offensively, they're a hell of a lot better in every single category.
And on top of this, Ben, look at this. Never mind. He's only faced 28 lefties, 90 righties. He also has a dog shit ERA at home, 4.43 ERA at home compared to a 0.9 on the road. That's what I'm saying. Like, he just hasn't pitched a ton.
He's only got 30 and a third innings.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray only has 80.1, so nothing substantial there. But
are we trusting Ray on the road though?
I wouldn't trust Ray at home or on the road, bro. What do you?
Yeah. So I guess the Phillies team has been pretty hot, even though they should have lost 2 out of 3 to the.
In the way that Milwaukee's hitting against left-handed pitchers, I think you got to take Philly at least first 5 here.
Yeah. I think that's a good way of playing it. Maybe the over is also a pretty solid play.
Yeah. What's 9?
9. We know
how's bullpen looking?
Well, the Phillies bullpen is actually better than the Brewers, but the Brewers have one of the best relievers in baseball in Devin Williams. The problem with the Brewers is they don't really have a guy to get from, the starter to Devin Williams. That's their biggest issue. It's very inconsistent. So I think that's the biggest issue. But I kind of like the I'm a fan of the over, dude. I'm a fan of the over.
9.
Over 9.
What were their first 2 games here? 7 today.
Might even
game
play
1.
Milwaukee plus 1.5.
Yes, today was game 1.
But yeah, over 9. I think that might be my favorite play here.
Why Milwaukee plus 1.5?
Just because it's tough to win a game by more than 1 run. And like today, Milwaukee was down 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th, and they got a run in the bottom of the 9th. cover the run line there. I think the
Yeah.
Brewers are good enough to win the game.
Yeah. I'm not doubting you. I just want to hear it. I want to hear why you're thinking that.
I don't know if I'll get to the window on it, but I definitely think the over 9 is probably my favorite bet in this game, though.
Yeah.
I think there will be runs scored.
Okay.
Watch Colin Ray go out and pitch a fucking shutout.
Colin Ray is not going to pitch a gem.
9-inning shutout, dude.
Nope.
Who
Not
pitched
at
for the Phillies bullpen today?
Let's see.
I'll check right now.
Pulling up the box score, too.
Both teams were off Monday, which was hella beneficial, too.
Today for the Phillies, you had Nola go 7 1/3. You had Soto go 2/3 of an inning, and Kimbrel go an inning.
So you had their
So
best pitchers.
the Phillies are open. Brewers pitched Teheran for 4 2/3, McGill for an inning, Uribe for an inning and a third, and Mieja for an inning. So, I mean, really, both of these
Yeah, I
bullpens
think-
are pretty,
Yeah, they should be available.
yeah.
Damn, it kind of changes my mind about the over because then it's like, if it's a close game, like 2-2.
Soto pitched 5 pitches. Kimbrel pitched 12. You go over to the Brewers. McGill pitched 20. Uribe pitched 18. Mieja pitched 16. They're all available.
Well, they were all off
Right.
Monday, too, so
Yeah, I kind of like the under here.
it's tough to play unders at Citizens Bank, though, because that ballpark, the ball just fucking flies. I kind of like the under just because of yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't like anything from this fucking game.
Wait till it jumps to 10 and take the under.
If I had to choose, I would go Phillies.
Even 9.5. What's hold on, let me see what.
What'd you say, Irv?
Shark.
If I had to choose, I'd go Phillies because the Brewers ain't been playing well. I didn't like their way I don't like the way they backed into the All-Star break either.
What are you talking about, dude? They won 2 out of 3 against the Reds before the All-Star break, and then they swept them coming out.
But we knew the Reds was due for a regression. So
They just won 5 of their last 6, and you're talking about you don't like
yeah,
the
but
way they
it was
played.
against the Reds. We knew the Reds
Come on,
regression.
bro. The Reds were in first place before the Brewers played them, bro.
But we know the only reason why they're in first place because their offense been fucking scorching hot. As soon as that offense stopped scoring fucking 8, 9, 10 runs a game, we knew they was coming back to earth because the starting pitching is so damn trash.
No,
The
until
Brewers-
Ellie came back to earth, and that has happened. And
Yeah, but it won't last long. Ellie's a superstar.
he's got to pick a fucking side. He can't be a switch hitter.
Him being a switch hitter adds to his.
He can't go 50-50. He has to be 75-25, 80-20. He can't just go fucking willy-nilly and switch every single inning. It just doesn't work.
Damn, the Brewers games have actually gone under in the last 5 games.
Yep. Total gone under in the last 5, under in 4 of the last 5 against playing in Milwaukee, 5 of the last 6 against the National League. Philly over in the last 6 of 7, over in 4 of their last
Yeah, the
5.
Phillies are like totally opposite. They've got a lot
Under
of overs.
4 of the last 5 against Milwaukee, though.
They've been having to come back, so
I mean, that could be the same thing kind of here.
Tomorrow, wind blowing in at 4 miles an hour.
4 is not a ton.
You're not going to see homers, though.
it could be. If ball's creamed, it's gonna go out.
What's Colin Ray be? What's his home run percentage? He'd be given a 1.46 home runs per 9. 14.8% of his fly balls are home runs.
0.6 is low.
Damn, bro. I'm talking myself in the Brewers +1.5 here. They might honestly win.
I think Philly's minus. I think Philly money line is good enough here.
I don't love any of these. I don't love this game, dude, at all.
I can see it being a single run game, but I'd take money line. I'd take first 5. I think even better. Yeah, I think first 5 is my bet. Philly.
All right, let's get some best bets in here.
Let's go, y'all.
Ben?
First best bet of the night. I'm gonna go Baltimore, LA over 9 total game runs here, and then Philly first 5 minus a half a run.
Philly first 5.
I like Toronto money line as well.
Irv?
Toronto money line. Give me Philly money line. And again, we didn't talk about, but I really like this team tomorrow and the spot that they're in. Give me the Guardians to get the sweep money line.
Irv loves all these fucking heavy favorites. Nice. What could go wrong? I'm gonna go. My best bet is under 9 Padres Blue Jays. Of all the games we talked about, that's like the only one I really love. I might get to the window with the O's. I haven't done it yet because they haven't been swept. And then I'm also leaning +1.5 for the Brewers. I might get to the window on that. Haven't done it yet. So follow me on Twitter at JordanRulesTSP. I'll post it if I do. But of the games we talked about, I definitely love that.
Hey, and if I'm gonna give out some prize pick bets. I'm gonna at least give one tonight, and then I'm gonna message Irv and Jordan to put out another prize pick bet tomorrow for the over under strikeouts to pitchers. I'm gonna go Urias under, Kramer over, Barrios over, Sanchez over, and I will also follow up tomorrow with another bet for everybody on Irv and Jordan's Instagram or Twitter.
Hell yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's get to the window. Let's get some winners, man. That's what we're here for, right? Could be 1 game, could be 2 games, could be 3 games. Irv's taking 3 heavy favorites tomorrow. What could possibly go wrong?
They're all going in, and I'll be 3-0.
Money makes money.
I hope so. For you, I hope so. All right, y'all. Thank you for tapping in with us. Make sure to tap in tomorrow night, 8:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. Mountain West preview, which I have to go finish studying for after this show. My mom coming into town kind of ruined things, but she ruined my whole feng shui. But that's okay. Love you, Ma.
Damn it, Deb. Isn't in there, Deb?
Lynn.
Lynn, damn it, Lynn.
It's almost like Deb. Similar. My aunt's name's Deb.
That's gonna be my in-laws, so yeah.
Nice.
Damn it, Deb.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at JordanRulesTSP. Follow Irvin at SwervinIrvinTSP. I keep telling Irv to be giving out some of these MLS picks because he be hitting them. He needs to start tweeting these motherfuckers out.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we appreciate.
I'll start tweeting them out.
We appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow night. Hope to see y'all there. We're out. Have a blessed Wednesday. Let's get this money. Let's get some winners. We out. Peace.